We'll talk about a machine learning approach to visual perception of a forest trail and for mobile robotics. We know that drones have already mastered the open skies. DHL, Amazon, and Google have demonstrated self-piloting drones can deliver packages very efficiently. But navigating difficult terrains and densely populated with obstacles and autonomously following a man-made trail is a challenging task and is mostly unsolved in robotics. This is important. Solving this task is very important because it has many applications, including wilderness mapping and search and rescue, where the missions are time critical. There are many previous attempts to solve this problem, and they are all based on trail perception as a segmentation problem that determine which part of the image corresponds to a trail. There are two major notable papers for this, and I've shown here. Both approaches were based on image saliency and conspicuity. Image saliency says that for every pixel on an image, the saliency quantifies how much such pixel stands out from the rest. That is, a small object on a uniform background would have a higher image saliency than the background pixels itself. So the trails are assumed to have a marked visual difference when compared to a surrounding. That is, the trail pixel will have high saliency when compared to that of the surroundings. This is the basis for the assumption using segmentation. The process of images will give us a ref segmentation, that is the trail position and the direction, which can be used for navigation of the drone. And the problem with this approach is that we have to explicitly define the characteristics of a trail, which cannot be generalized as such. There can be different variation of the trail. Now we use a different approach where the group from University of Zurich actually applied deep neural networks to solve this problem. They assumed this problem to be an image classification problem, and they applied supervised machine learning approaches based on deep neural networks that operate on the image's raw pixels itself. The DNN learns from the input data, that is, the trail characteristics are learned from the data and does not need to be adequately programmed. So this is general. This can be applied as a general solution to all different trails. But there are some challenges with this approach. That is, we need to train powerful classifiers in large training sets to get a good accuracy, and getting the large training sets itself is a problem sometimes. So collecting training data, the team used a hiker with 3 head-mounted cameras, one pointing front, another to the left, another to the right, and they made sure that to cover 180 field of view. They recorded about 8 hours of video and about 7 kilometers of hiking trail of different types, and so that they will be all part of the wide variety of data training data. Now they have the data, they have processed it, that the images were composed from these 3 cameras. The images were then labeled for the truth class. Then the first front camera, which had the trail in front of it, was for the truth class go straight. The images from the right-looking cameras, they had the trail to the left, so it has the left class, and the images from the left-looking camera had the trail in the right, so it was a turn right class. The data set was created and split into disjoint training sets of 17,000 frames and testing of 7,300 frames. Now we should see a DNN architecture. The DNN architecture is a multi-column deep neural network for image classification. The input layer is three neurons of 100 pixels each input layer. The output layer is 3 neurons representing the truth classes that turn left, go straight, and turn right. The processing layer is a feed-forward connectionistic model built on successive pair of convolution and max pooling layers, followed by several fully connected layers. This is the architecture which is shown here. Now let's see the function of each layer. The convolution layer is a trained layer that applies rectangular filter and searches for the feature in the given input. The max pool layer uses our fixed layers and non-trained, which select the winning neurons from the previous step, and the fully connected layers at the end act as a general classifier. The output layer is one neuron per output class, that is, each neuron is activated with probability of inputage being into that class. Now let's see some experimental results based on the classifier. We can see that the classifier, which was based on DNN, performed at 85%, while the human accuracy was around 82%, while the saliency accuracy for the previous attempt was 52%. So it performed very well compared to the previous attempts. And this is an example where the quadcopter is feeding the DNN at 10 frames per second, and I can see the output neurons based on turn left, go straight, and turn right are determining which direction the quadcopter is in. Thank you, and these are the references.